title. If Dubs wins that match, unbelievably, he will be the one wrestler who has won the most TCW television titles, so it should be easy. What is going on, McWayne? Welcome to the stream. Witcher, sister, welcome to the stream. Bama boys, what is happening, my man? Always good to have you stop by as well. Yeah, it's, you know, if we tell the story, I put it in the comment of the thing, but if we tell the story, like the real story, everything that like went on behind the scenes, I think it's really educational. I think you guys would really enjoy it. And then maybe people would stop trying to cut a promo on me saying I don't understand. Probably the dumbest thing you could tell Totes is he doesn't understand. Like, I'm just telling you. Totes understands. Quick heads up. So, yeah, what is going on? Miguel had a really great match in the Dark members only stream, but had a really good match. Ended up coming out on top of that match. Some things came out of that match. Small storyline things, but Miguel kind of getting off to a good start, even though it was in one of our Dark shows. But today's about just remembering Sid B, remembering what she did, and she will live on in our universe. We will see Sid B continue on in our universe so that we can keep her close in our hearts. Now, this is kind of crazy when we start looking at it. Hey, thanks, Bam. I really appreciate that, brother. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we've been way behind the Powerball on the ticket sales lately, which happens. Don't get me wrong. It's that time of year, and I get it, especially around tax season. You know what I mean? But I think we will. Everything will be getting back on track here before too long. But you see Rowdy right now coming down to the ring. The former enforcer of the Four Horsemen, losing the title, losing the world title to Jakai in quite the sneaky fashion. In quite a sneaky way, Jakai absolutely playing his cards the right way, getting in there and ripping the belt out of Rowdy's hands. Rowdy biding his time, getting his shot here tonight to try to win that back one-on-one. But he's not wrestling the same Jakai. Jakai actually forming what appears to be a stronger Wolfpack. Jakai looking like maybe he went through a transformation, kind of not the alpha wolf, but maybe the werewolf now, and maybe that was assisted by Witcher. We see Witcher standing back there now. Witcher absolutely doing her own thing, but I just have a feeling that maybe some dark magic was playing its role here. But Rowdy getting his shot again. Mano a mano, mano y wolfo, one-on-one. Trying to win back the TCW World title. Now, if Rowdy can manage to pull this off, Rowdy is already a 4-time TCW World Champion, the most title reigns of anybody in the history of our universe. But he could take it one step further tonight and even add a little bit more distance between everybody else and him. You gotta love the new emojis. I love them.
Introducing the challenger from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 306 pounds, the final champ, Rowdy Hunt. And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 248 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Wolf.
So we haven't seen Rowdy having the best luck as of yet. We've seen him get some wins. We've seen him take some losses. Will that be different tonight? Tonight he has got Blackheart sitting over in his corner, but Jakai's got the entire Wolf Pack on his side. So is this going to play in or not? Okay, I'll go check that out, Brooklyn. We'll get you fixed up. We'll get them totesified. And you can see right now before, and Rowdy's still obviously the bigger guy, but when Jakai won this title, he was a light heavyweight. Jakai getting into the gym, obviously gaining about 12 pounds, putting on some more muscle, and you can see donning the mask. Now, what does that mean? What does the mask mean? We don't know, but we have seen a completely different attitude from Jakai. However, we have seen the exact same attitude from Rowdy. So these guys now hooking it up, and it looks like both men trying to establish not just the power, not just their dominance, but and right back into it again. Now trying to establish who's got more wrestling knowledge, more wrestling acumen, if you will. And Jakai getting the better there. So Rowdy's showing the power, Jakai's showing the smarts. And that might be the thing that had to have happened, to get up into where some of these guys are, to get up where, like the Rowdies, the GC Rocks, Digital Dogs, to get up there. Yeah, maybe Jakai wanting to wrestle up in that area felt like putting on that extra 12 pounds is going to work. And look, splits Rowdy open right there. The former enforcer of the Four Horsemen, the now leader of the corporate syndicate, getting split open, and you can see the blood pouring right down the center of his face. Jakai getting out, looking like he's telling Blackheart to maybe he should stay back. The referee saying, "What are you doing?" And Rowdy stopping him right there. Will the referee allow that kendo stick to stay in the ring, or will he try to get it out? Well, looking like he brought it right to Rowdy. But Rowdy hits him one time, and then single leg takedown by Jakai. Rowdy getting back up to his feet, but you can tell that might have dazed him just a little bit. And it almost seems like Jakai's still trying to get used to the strength, like he'd been wrestling a certain way for so long, but hits him with the cutter. This could be it. 1, 2. And Rowdy able to kick out the cutter in 2. What is going on? Jameson Emerald, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Blackheart in real life was a wrestler. And that knowledge was brought to us by Bama. Bama's the one that brought it up and made it known. Now, most of the time I would tell you that would end anybody's night. But I don't think that kind of maneuver right there ends Rowdy's night. And Rowdy right there trying to show you, even though he's moving slower. Oh! Sneakity deekity! Trying to let Jakai know that, yeah, he's got some wrestling acumen of his own. And a huge power bomb. And you can start to see when Rowdy starts with these power moves, he could do 2 or 3 power moves and end your night like that. Your night over now. Hits him with the second power move. Rolls up the leg. Did he just knock the life out of him? No, our champion able still to kick out in two, but here we go. The Rowdy recliner. Jakai saw it coming, scouted it out. And going back to attacking the head of Rowdy. The nice thing, apparently, with patch 1.08, they said they fixed it in 7. They did not, but in patch 1.08, you can look at all the wrestlers who are outside the ring. They're actually wearing their entrance attire how they should when they are a manager of a wrestler, so that is good. And look, Rowdy, that it looks like the blood's starting to flow just a little bit more. Hockey stick now in the way. Rowdy throws Jakai into the referee. Charles Robinson unable to get out of the way. And again, Rowdy's going to go right back to the weapon Jakai brought. Oh, this time, thought he was going to use it. Jakai uses it to his benefit, able to duck underneath the hockey stick, hit him with the cutter, and retain the TCW World Heavyweight Championship.
And still World Heavyweight Champion, the Wolf.
I think when Jakai figured out the plan, when he was a little bit lighter, figured out the plan to get that off of the waist of Rowdy, I think he understood at that point. He knew he had to get into the gym. He knew he had to get stronger. Look, these two never facing off in the ring, and I think even in Rowdy's weakened state, while Jakai was able to get the upper hand the first time, I think he realized really quick that it's going to take more. It's got to be more. It can't just be that. So got into the gym, again, gained that extra weight, and then here tonight putting that to use because he knows, and all of you know, there's only one man that or two people, one male and one female, that actually have a rematch clause in their contract. So Rowdy and Ozzy, knowing that those two have the thing, knowing that he took the belt from Rowdy, knowing that he could use that rematch clause, Rowdy using it tonight, but unable to walk away with the title belt. Jakai able to defend it again. What is going on, FMF Gaming Network? Welcome to the stream again. Would not shock me in the slightest. So something that we're definitely going to want to keep an eye out for moving forward. Now, you guys watch me create Cheyenne Davis on stream. You watch me create most of these wrestlers on stream. When we created her, for whatever reason, I could never get the face to be right. I never liked how the face looked. I finally found another face scan. Recently put it on Cheyenne. So the all-new Cheyenne Davis. It's the same thing, if you guys remember back. Happened with Ozzy. I didn't like how it worked out. Did it. Victoria Van Diver Witcher turned out great when we did them. But now, getting to see the all-new Cheyenne Davis. What is going on? I must have something turned off, which we are going to turn right back on. I don't know why it's turned off, but we are going to fix that very, very soon. But getting right into the middle of it anyway. Coming back after weird commercial breaks. And look at that, Witcher taking it off the top rope. And Witcher has been adding more and more things to her arsenal as of late. So now starting to see her come off that top rope that way. Victoria Van Diver trying to get back in to the World Championship form that she had before. And oh, right off the bat, might have just cut Witcher open right there. And you got Cheyenne and Ozzy facing off, two of the greatest to ever do it. Witcher falls into that category, and Victoria Van Diver, for a time, she was making her case. Now, it didn't work out so much the last couple seasons, but will that change here tonight? Will she get going the way she wanted to get going? She was in the last episode, and she is back. Finally got her character uploaded as well. Monica Monroe. Madam Death, that's hilarious. So, four-way elimination match. Miss Money in the Bank briefcase on the line here in this match. This is one of those like dream matches where you're like, what? What if these four ladies wrestled? And we're getting to see it, and look at Witcher doing the thing, sucking the energy out of Ozzy, transferring it back to herself. There should be no count out, so this is definitely weird. This should be an elimination match, but it might not be. So we want to pay attention now to what the referee does and what these ladies do when somebody goes for a pin. Interesting. Nobody did anything on that one. I want to see it one more time before I really buy into it. Now, I don't know if you guys saw that, but right off to the left, we saw a little green mist go flying, but I don't see it on anybody, so I don't know. And it looked like Victoria right there was getting ready to try to break something up. But we don't know. Oh! Oh, I thought she was going to try to do it. 1, 2. And Ozzy thought she had it right there. And I'm starting to think that this is a one and done, like a one pin. So I don't know what happened again. But it seems like some of the matches maybe I've got to delete them and recreate them. That might be the problem. Maybe if the match was created before patch 1.07, it doesn't really work. And now if it's afterwards, it will. Kind of like with the universe. So anyway, we got to definitely check that out. So you're starting to see some of the blood actually trickling down the face of Witcher. Cheyenne setting her up, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Victoria able to kick out in 2, but watch out, she's got it in her. She's got the, you know she can do it. And there it is. The 8-second ride, the move that she has put many a lady out on. And Victoria Vandiver able to kick out in 2, and I don't even know how. When you look at some of the moves that were put back to back, the fact that Victoria could kick out is amazing. And the fact that the Falls Count Anywhere match doesn't appear to be doing that is another amazing thing. So it's kind of like the old willy-nilly, do whatever you want. But Ozzy able to pin Victoria Vandiver. And then there were 3. Look at Ozzy showing absolute veteranism. Yeah, slow that down. Replay that word again. Never heard that in your life. I can guarantee it. Veteranism. Now, look, hooks the leg to break up the 10 count. Like, that doesn't even make sense. But Aussie trying to show you she wants a shot at her title belt again, losing it to Melinda G, pinning Cheyenne, and now there were two. Now it is, but I'm going to leave this match the way it is. I really like the state of this. I think this match is awesome. And that might do it. 1, 2, 3, and Aussie becomes your brand new TCW Miss Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner, the Legend Oxley.
I gotta tell you what. Yeah, there shouldn't be, but there is. And I almost don't want to even fix the match. Like, I think that is interesting. And then the referee stops counting to go outside on a falls count anywhere match.